Welcome back, everybody, to Sydney's Spin Big Ten edition. It's hard to believe we are coming up on which is our last week of regular season. It's been incredibly competitive, top to bottom, as only 12 teams will make it into the tournament that will be hosted in 2 weekends at West Lafayette. But the story of the weekend is Oregon Ducks are in control now with only 2 losses, and they could clinch their first conference title since 2018. The person who's going to help them do it is none other than Lyndsey Grein, who I'm so excited to have join me today. Lyndsey, thank you for coming on.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me.
We were chatting a little bit before this, but I want to say it's hard to imagine you in a uniform that has never been Oregon's before. From the way that you seem like you play like you're just at home, what has this year and experience meant for you?
Gosh, it's meant the world. I mean, I'm super thankful for anyone who's invested into me, and obviously, if it weren't for my first 2 years at college, like I wouldn't be here. So I'm super thankful to be at Oregon. But I mean, it is home. It is totally my second home. Just like my teammates and my coaches, they've made it to where like there's so much joy that comes with softball, and I think that's something I lost for a little bit, but I'm super happy to have my spark back here, and I absolutely love Eugene and being here. So it's been great.
Joy, I think, is a perfect way to describe your team and just the way that you guys celebrate one another, whether it's a home run, a post game interview celebration with all of your fun antics. Like, where does this come from with this camaraderie and this chemistry with so many new groups of women and even the freshman class and how much it's stepped up for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, coach, like obviously, coach at the very beginning brought us all together and we took a team bonding trip. And she kind of explained, she's like, hey, listen, like I can bring you guys together on the field, but it's going to be you guys who are going to need to do that off the field. And we just like, it's like we all just clicked. We love each other so very much. And we have so many like new faces. There's 12 newcomers. So between freshmen and transfers, and then obviously the girls who've already been here, it was super cool, and we're super blessed to blend the way we all do. But yeah, I have like for life friends here, so it definitely came within us, and then coach obviously bringing us together at Oregon. But it comes from us. We truly do enjoy spending time with each other. Like I know everybody sees like the on-field interactions and the interviews, but we really like spend every day together, even when we're off the field. So it's awesome.
I want to hear a little bit more about this team bonding trip. Like, where did you guys go?
Yeah, so we went to Lincoln. I think it's Lincoln or Lincoln City, Oregon. And we all took vans and we went and we had like two separate houses or three separate houses, one for the seniors, um, and then the juniors and the sophomores, and then the freshmen. And we took like a family photo, which was awesome. That hangs up in the Jane. We did some fun games on the beach, and we did go on a hike, which was super awesome, and all the coaches came. But it was like the perfect way to introduced us all to Oregon. And then right after that, we went back to the Jane and got to work. So it was an awesome way to start the year. And obviously, it's carried on to the spring. So it's been good.
Let's talk about your life in Oregon because you mentioned to me even before we went live of just how much you love playing at home, being on the Jane Stadium, and also just like immersed within this campus. What has that been like for you to be accepted with welcome arms by the fan base and the rest of the team?
Gosh, I mean, I'm so blessed. I think that like I'm blessed by my teammates and my coaches, and obviously by God. But to be where my feet are and to have it be this amazing as a transfer student has been the biggest blessing. I mean, everybody here is so kind and so welcoming, and they care about the person before the athlete. Like they care who you are on the inside, and then who you are as a student, and then it comes softball. And I think across the board, that's just been really great for me. And yeah, I've grown to make some really close friends and some people in my life that I hope and know that they will never come out of it. So yeah, it's been really great.
That's such a powerful line that you said if they care about the person before the player. How much have you seen that impact you, your relationship with the game, and then eventually lead to the play of your game?
Yeah, I mean, I can first off say the off the field environment, like I think it's so important when it comes to competing. Like if you don't have your business taken care of when you're out of the uniform, it's going to be so hard to put everything together when you do have the uniform on. So to have the amount of resources and help that we have with schoolwork, recovery, taking care of yourself, if you're homesick, there's people to talk to. So when you have that support kind of on every frame of your life and then you put the uniform on, it's just so freeing to go compete and just enjoy being where your feet are. So I think that's something that is like totally impacted my game and just allowed me to feel free on the mound, and then to just have the support system that I do have. Like my coach Lombardi and my coaches and my teammates. I mean, they like I said, they all care about Lyndsey before Lyndsey the athlete. And when you have that, it's so freeing. So I hope that I do that in return for them. But yeah, I'm so thankful to have that for me.
And that's when the game becomes super special. And I look at the year that you are having. I mean, it's probably unbelievable. And I'm not even sure if you know this with the stats of you're leading the nation in victories with 26. Like you are responsible for 26 wins when you're on the mound. I think you have one of my favorite rise balls in the game, the way that you can throw it on three different levels. Like, talk to me about your mindset when you're on the mound, how much you want to win for this team, and just the way you're competing right now in the circle.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. But yeah, I mean, and I don't really pay attention to it too much, but in all those wins and all the success we've had as a team, like it took all 23. And not to say that I want to hold, like I don't want to hold responsible. Like it's Oregon softball on all of those performances. So I think that, like, for starters, has brought me so much joy to just be able to play for my team, and that's what drives me to compete. Like we're family, and obviously when you're playing an opponent, they're coming for your family, and I'm like, no way that's gonna happen. um so yeah, it's just, I feel like it's being, I guess, taking care of my people, and then just competing, and competing out of love in in a place of just heart for the game and heart for my people. So it's really given me a competitive edge, and yeah, it's been really good.
You can tell what a competitor you are on the mound. And I want to go back even a little bit to the rise ball because to be able to throw a rise ball, you have to be a competitor. I think it's one of the most complex pitches in our game. And then you throw it three different ways per se based on the height. Like, how do you train that? How has that just developed over time? And even in this year specifically, being under Melissa Lombardi, who it's nice when you have a head coach that's also in the bullpen with you.
Oh my gosh, yes, it is so awesome. But yeah, I mean, I've been working on my rise, gosh, since probably like junior year of high school, but it took a lot of patience, and then a lot of patience from my sister was my catcher, and she always caught me all the way through my like travel ball career. She had a ton of patience because it did not start out with the way it looks now by any means. Yeah, it's a lot of practice and fine tuning. Obviously, if you miss, say the ball goes pretty far. And I think I've learned a couple of those lessons this year, and I've learned it throughout my career of just how important it is to be able to locate and spin the ball well and also throw it hard. And I think Coach Lombardi comes in the location piece of being able to throw it on three different levels. She just has a way of commanding the strike zone on her end as calling pitches, and then also training that off the field. It was like, it felt like a smooth transition into season because we had been training all these locations all year. So when it came to game time, it's like, okay, here we go, throw it on this level, this level, this level. It just kind of felt, I don't want to say easy, but it was way more doable. So she's a genius on her coaching end. But yeah, definitely a lot of patience and a lot of practice for sure.
You mentioned the patience piece comes from your sister. I know Sydney, she played college softball at Ohio. What was it like being able to train with her growing up, having, a teammate, somebody who then you could look up to as went through that college grind, you can lean to her and her expertise.
Oh my gosh, it was awesome. I love my sister. I'm like my sister's biggest fan. She's my best friend. I'll start by saying that. But when I was little, like I was the total like cheer, dance. I thought I was gonna be a flyer, thought I was gonna be great. And then my sister started playing and just was awesome at it. And I just wanted to do, like, as a kid, I wanted to do anything my sister wanted to do. So I went in and started playing, and she has a work ethic and just this like competitive edge like no other. And I think I totally learned that from her. And she just, I mean, even now she's out of the sport and she's still like looking for ways to help me while I'm here. And she's like, hey, when you get home, like we're gonna train together. Like I'm gonna keep you going. She'll still put on the gear and help me get better. But she is just, I think the person she is off the field is an amazing person, and she's the same on the field, and I think that's something that I aspire to be as well. But yeah, she's been the best role model in every way, in every shape or form in my life, so I'm super thankful to have her.
I give her so much credit for throwing on the gear against you. I mean, reaching up to like 70 miles per hour. I'm like, no way. I am good.
Yeah, no, she'll do it. She also, I'll put this in here because I can't praise her too much. But she used to keep a bucket of tennis balls next to her too, because obviously, like in practicing, you're gonna miss every once in a while, so she might get beat up on occasion. Hopefully, not too often as she should, but she would have a bucket of tennis balls, and if I missed or like hit her, when I turn around, she would throw the tennis balls at my back. Like, so it was like mutual. It was definitely
Yeah.
sisterly love there too.
Oh, I love that. It's a good way of keeping each other in check. That's an
Yes.
awesome story. I think one of my favorite stories that Coach Lombardi shared with us this season in your pitching staff is she said all of a sudden she started noticing halfway through the year when she would make a pitching change, you guys would hug each other. She's like, that's not something I directed. I've never seen this happen on a staff. And she's been on some of the greatest at Oklahoma. This love that you guys have, that's so special and sacred to have in a pitching staff. Can you kind of speak to how that was cultivated?
Yeah. I mean, and I know I kind of highlighted it earlier, but it was more so just like we just love spending time together. One, like these are like my closest friends. So to be able to like throw on a uniform with them and share the field is like just an amazing experience. And I'm so blessed to have that in the first place. But I mean, my bull like the people in the bullpen who are like there our pitching staff, they're just amazing. Like they're again, they care about the person first, and then on top of that they want to help you compete to the best of your abilities. So Elise, Stacy, Taylor, and Rowan, I mean, they pour all their love into me when I'm on the mound, and I do the same for them when they're pitching. And it's just a really cool dynamic, especially when you're all like playing the same position, to be able to have that sort of comfort of knowing like, hey, I'm either going to come in and I'm going to pick you up, or I'm going to leave and you're going to take care of business because you love me and you got me. And I think that that's what that hug is. Also, I'm a hugger too. So I think when we started doing it, it's something that I really, obviously, who doesn't want to hug their friend? So
Oh, totally.
yeah.
I'm the same way. I love that. This group has a chance to do something that hasn't been done in the Oregon Ducks program since 2018, which is win a conference title. This would obviously be your first one under Big Ten. Like when I see your group play, I think back to the Megan Kleist era, the Miranda Ellis, the Sheridan Hawkins, when you guys were standing in Oklahoma City. What would it mean to this group if you guys were able to clinch it this weekend at home?
Gosh, I mean, I think that's everything we've been working for. It's obviously um, from the very beginning, like it, I think our postseason mentality, it started from day one. Like there wasn't any halfway through the season of, okay, now we want to go farther. Like we all knew this coming in. And I think the amount of work I've seen my teammates put into it and the amount of mental, physical strain that they've poured into this team, it's just I think it'd mean everything, at least for me personally, to see this group succeed. Because I mean, my teammates have absolutely earned it. And if there's any way I can contribute to them standing in Oklahoma at the end and winning, I'm totally down to do it. So,
I want to know what you think makes this group special because on paper, you guys have pitching, you have gold glove winners in defense, you have speed with the stolen bases, and then the home run capability. But behind closed door in the locker room, what makes this group different?
I think, and every I feel like I've heard along the way that like, oh, our team is like a family, like we're family. And obviously I can't be the judge of if that is or not, but this team is a family. Like 100%, we run a family dynamic from coaches to staff to players. We're all in for each other, on and off the field. So I think that has been just something, and it's cool because you really can't coach that. There's nothing with a softball that you can do that can make that happen. So I think that gives us a competitive edge of just like we're family, and then one, we got a lot of energy. So having that presence on the field of like having so much energy and just a competitive edge and so much love pouring out of you, like there's nothing that can stop you. So I think that's what makes us pretty unique.
I know a lot of the energy comes from the freshman class. Kind of as we're getting close to wrapping up, I want to give you space to talk about this class because what they are doing is unbelievable. The seamless transition. I mean, they're stepping up to the box in so many mature situations and performing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. And to watch it all pay off like for them during season has been amazing. But that was like day one. Like cuz I came in for some summer courses and the freshmen were all here. So I was super like fortunate to have some like kind of one-on-one time and get to meet them. Day one they got here, they were all on the Jane swinging. Emma was like reaching out to me asking to catch, and just everybody was like 100% in, and they've maintained that from day one they stepped on the campus till now. And I think if that doesn't scream just competitor work ethic and just really admirable, I don't know what does. And they just work so incredibly hard, and they haven't had the college experience, but they're almost like caught up. They get it, which is super cool. And then on top of that, they are so much fun. They have so many different personalities on this team, and the way they all clash is so awesome because we all blend so well. But they keep us on our toes for sure.
In the best of ways. And
Oh
it's hard
yes.
it's hard to believe we have the last week of regular season and then you guys are going to be in Lafayette with the rest of Big 10 and playing for the tournament. Playing in May is special. You know that you've competed so many times in regionals, super regionals. What are you most looking forward to this time of year with this group of women? And you mentioned a little bit of hoping to stand at OKC, but what do you think this group's really possible of?
I think, and I've said this before, but I truly think that there's no ceiling on what our group can accomplish. I think that I mean, if we staying within our process is huge, and we've continued to do that. And I think if we maintain that, I think that we could really accomplish anything we put our minds to, which is super duper exciting. So, yeah.
I love that. Well, Lyndsey, I'm excited to watch, but thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me.
And you can stay tuned and watch Lyndsey go to hopefully clinch the Big Ten and be back next week for Big Ten Sydney Spin.